inside the house with the cane.
Oh, that's good.
Outside the house with the walker. Yeah, so he is doing well that way.
Oh, that's good to hear.
I got this thing recording here just now. I just said we're talking with Dean Tandeski. Dean, what do you think of the Mary Mooney series so far?
Everything nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing, Mary. How good of a memory you have.
Go ahead, I can take it.
I've gotten through 3 or 4 of them, and yeah, it's great stories, and your feeling on faith I thought was very important and touched me, and that was something I remember grandmother and grandfather Costello instilled in all of us, the grandchildren included, expected it from us.
Yeah, that's true. I just wish everybody still was the same thought process as me and you. Gotta have faith.
A decade of rosary for a gumdrop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, that's funny one. I didn't have to do that. She gave us gumdrops regardless.
Yeah.
We're unconditional. So.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Now I just wanted to see how things went today. Or yesterday.
Yeah, they went good yesterday. Yeah. I got there a little bit late, just because. But I got there in time to be the blocker for everyone else to follow the hearse, and there was quite a few cars, I'd say about 60, 70 cars.
Oh, wow.
Wow, the procession? Yeah. Oh, I think we just lost Dean. Did we lose you, Dean? We just came over a sand dune, and I think we lost him. This is the park we were going to go to last time, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a soul here.
Not a soul.
Huh. Man, is it quiet out.
That's beautiful.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I hear you. Well, you can see that water. You see the chocolate-colored water right there going into Lake Michigan?
What is that from?
The river. There's a little creek back here that has
I
current.
saw the water back here.
That's why there's ripples right there.
But why is it brown?
Because that's a runoff from rain and stuff. Dirt. The dirt and grime of winter.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's talk about loss, Mom.
It's pretty. It really is pretty.
Let's talk about loss. It's tough. When you lose a loved one, it's really tough.
Yes, it was very painful.
Yeah.
Very painful.
Especially losing a sister.
Well, I've lost so many. I lost my sister when I was like 16. She was 19 when she had a brain tumor. And when you're 16, your life revolves around you. You don't pay too much attention to everybody else. But that was very painful because she and I shared a bed. We had a bedroom that had 2 double beds in it, and Katie and I shared a bed, and Barb and Jenny shared the other bed. No, it wasn't Barb and Jenny. Must have been Rita. Anyhow, I remember being impatient with her because she had a hard time walking fast because of her balance, and her head was swollen when they cut a triangle out of her skull so they could get at the tumor that she had, and they couldn't get at the tumor. So they put the skull back together, but they had these 3 holes where they drilled it, and those stuck up like bumps, like she'd bumped her head. Only it was the brain pushing it through her skull, and it was very hard. It was very hard. We'd take her downtown or take her to the swimming pool, and we'd tell her, hurry up, we're gonna miss the bus,
Yeah.
But
You have regrets in life,
yeah, she was. She never complained.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she just
Fought it.
tried hard to do whatever needed being done, but
What was it like watching the pain on your parents' faces watching it?
oh, it was
Excruciating,
my
wasn't it?
father especially. It was so hard for him to watch her. And my mother, being a nurse, she was more concerned about the practical care of her, being sure she had the right medicine, that sure she had enough covers on her, and all the things that good nurses worry about. And but it was sad, very sad, very sad. And another girl in the same school, in the same class, also had a brain tumor. I think her name was Mary Gertz, but my brain doesn't work that good anymore. But I think her name was Mary
It works
Gertz.
pretty good for you being 87.
And she also had a brain tumor. And then when Mary Gertz died, I realized that Katie was gonna die too. And folks brought her home from the hospital. They took her to Mexico. I think I told you that already.
Yeah, trying to get extra better
And,
experimental treatment.
Yes, they wanted to took her to Guadalupe to see if they could have a miracle at Our Lady of Guadalupe Shrine. And she went into a coma, and they had to fly her back on a special
Flight.
yeah, because she was in a bed, hospital bed. And then she wasn't home more than a few weeks when she died.
That's sad.
Yes, it was very sad to watch her.
All deaths are horrible.
Deaths are horrible, especially when there's someone you love and you care about. And
Yeah, what's it like to lose a daughter?
yep, yeah.
It's tough, isn't it? Yeah, especially to something as crazy as alcoholism. It's just sad. You just have to persevere. I know she's in a great place right now, but it's just sad.
If I had to compare
Oh no, you have to do that.
my feelings of
Loss.
loss with my sister when I was young and with my daughter, it was much harder to lose Mary because
It just was
it was such a terrible,
You spent so much time with her too.
especially hard. Addiction is very hard, and we should have all gone to Al-Anon and tried to understand, but we were just busy taking care of her and hoping she would be
Okay.
comfortable, I guess.
Yeah.
But
And then to lose your lifelong partner, your husband.
oh, well, you were all there. That's one of the things that was good, is that everybody was there when he died. And Margaret flew in and got in there that night, and then that 3 o'clock in the morning is when he died. 3:15 in the morning, and
3:16, John.
We had gone to bed and left Bridget and Abby up to be with him. And then we would go get some sleep, and then we would come and replace her. But we didn't replace her because Abby came in and told me Grandpa stopped breathing. And so we all got up and gathered around his bed and
said a prayer. What does it take? What does it take to go on, to continue living your life and still find happiness in the world after such 3 great losses in your life? What does it take? How do you have to view it?
Well, you have to face reality, and it's not easy. And to this day, I miss Dad so much, and I find myself talking to him a lot. And it is very hard. It was very hard. He was such a good man, but
you'll see him again.
I plan to.
There you go.
I plan to. Yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
It's inevitable. I guarantee you'll see everybody when you get there.
Yes, I'm sure he's with Mary.
Oh, yeah.
And
Sister Barb, your brothers.
My brother Chucky, and they got along great. And Shirley.
Yeah.
And all those other people now, Sister Barb.
Yeah.
They got along great too.
Yeah.
And there's a whole gang up there waiting for me.
There you go.
So,
you just got to hang in there, and life does go on, and you know and have faith that someday you will be with them again and reunited.
Someday we will be reunited, yes.
And I think when you think of people who have passed, I think they're right there with you. It's just they can't communicate with you, but just know that they're there. It gives you peace.
Yes, I know.
You know? This life that we live, there's more to it than what's in front of our eyes. So much more that we can't even understand, but someday will.
Well,
and it's not
it's
that
lonesome. Dinner's lonesome.
Yeah.
Dinner time is lonesome without Carl, and watching the Tigers is lonesome without Carl, because I don't really care about the Tigers, but I learned to like them and support them because Carl was such a fan. And so I find myself watching the Tigers and
playing Jeopardy by yourself.
Yeah, play Jeopardy by myself.
Yeah. Reminds you of better times.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's partly to keep my brain active too.
Yeah.
That's why I played
Jeopardy.
Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Every evening. And I do crossword puzzles to pass the time, and I read a lot of books. But my eyes are getting bad, so it's hard. I'm a slower reader now than I was.
Yeah.
But I always read. When I was a kid, we lived 3 blocks from Jefferson School, and they had a public library up there. So I would walk up to Jefferson School once a week and check out 5 books. That's what the limit would be.
Huh.
So I always loved going up to the library and finding books, and I still like going to the library. But this last 2 years we haven't been able to go.
Yeah.
Because
the
COVID.
Plague.
Yeah.
The plague. All right, let's take a break for a second here. My arm's getting tired.